Okay, we're back at the park. We got parked up here on top of Jurassic Parking, and we're gonna start our day. And we're gonna go get some updates. It's the first time I'm at this parking lot, so we're actually gonna check something I've never checked out before, which is which is like some construction, like toward, I guess you could say, maybe a new security checkpoint. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. It's very weird being here. I'm never here, so it's like I'm just walking straight through the parking lot. I've never been here. So it's first time parking here, but so this is where we can get an update. Oh, I think this is a location where you can see it actually. Let's see if I'm right about this. And yeah, holy crap, am I right about this? What the hell? So yeah, this is where apparently a possible new security checkpoint can go, according to Inside Universal. I don't know. I'm just taking it from them because on one of their articles they stated where it's like they're here one day, they were checking up on some updates like I'm doing right now. And they were talking about a new security checkpoint, and they specifically said that when they were talking about the news from this area. So who knows? This has been starting for a while. I've seen it, haven't seen it in person for reasons. First, because I didn't want to walk like a mile to get to another parking lot to see it. Since I was parked here, I said, might as well take the chance and let's see what this is about. So yeah, rumored new security checkpoint. Interesting. So as I was on my way to the park, it looks like the Lion Friends Square store is finally open. Don't know when this opened, but it's open. You can go ahead and check it out. We're getting into the park now, but I wanted to admire something. So last night was the first night, technically, of Fan Fest nights. Because last night was team member previews, and I have a little insider info I'll share a little later. But right now I want to admire something that I sadly didn't get to see that day. It looks like it's only happens when they get ready for Fan Fest nights. This whole red carpet turns purple. I think it's Crystal and Chris. I will put a picture on screen right now, credit them. It's a purple carpet right here. It was so cool when I saw it, and I was like, damn, I didn't get to see it. It's so cool. But yeah, team member previews were last night. I got some insider info, so stay tuned. I'm going to explain a little bit about the inside about the event. Something else I do want to mention is because I did see it online, now I see it in person. The walls have finally gone up for the Halloween Horror Nights maze that is going to be placed right here. So don't know what this is going to be. A speculation map plays a lot of role into what this could possibly be, but there's no obviously confirmation. We're really early into HHN, like to the point there's almost nothing. But there is nothing. If anything, all we're going to see, if anything, is something to do with Midsummer Scream, where John Murray usually comes every year. He came last year and announced some great houses like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So we're just going to have to wait to see till then, or maybe they'll announce something soon. Who knows? But yeah, this is now home to HHN until like early November when they'll reopen this place back up. Okay, I just wanted to come up here and talk just a little bit about the Fast and Furious coaster because there's really not too much I'm going to update further anymore really on it until I've seen anything massive. Considering that the track layout's all done, there's almost nothing to update about. If anything, I guess you could say more stuff's been installed there, but that's just with the look of it right now. There's really not too many updates on it yet because they're done with the track. If anything, all we're waiting for it is for the actual building to be done. So, but what I do want to touch upon is that if we go over here, if we go over to this side, while I was on a tour, because I was on the right side, I couldn't get a view of this, but I saw it. It's this little hut right here. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. That's what they're building right there. I'm assuming it's a hut for maintenance or something to do with the ride. I don't believe it's anything for the actual track or anything. If anything, what I could be maybe for like the launch part, because that section right there is going to be for the launch. But besides that, it's very unlikely it could be for the launch. I feel like it's just going to be like a shed, because for instance, they're building a shed right there as well. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. I saw that, thought it was interesting, so I thought I'd tell you guys. So I just this is the main topic that I do want to touch upon within this video. We'll get to this part later. But the main topic I want to touch upon this video is actually Halloween Horror Nights. Because so far, T-Pad location, that location behind, Transformers, and behind the soundstage where right now FanFest is being held for the Dungeons & Dragons, which will, after May, when it ends, will be turned into Halloween Horror Nights pretty quick. We want to focus on that location right there. Because if I zoom in for you guys, you could see that a lot of progress has started, a lot. It's gone vertical. And it's crazy. It looks like a house, and I want to touch upon that topic of a house because if we go back to HHN Nightmares on Twitter, their speculation map, if we go back to their speculation map, it is now a hat. It looks like, a hat that would go like maybe on a scarecrow. What does that remind you of? Let's just say a couple years ago, Scarecrow, The Reaping, that maze, I want to say like 50%, 60% sure is coming back. I seen on Twitter and stuff, people comparing photos and stuff, and so far the facade, the layout looks really, really freaking similar. So we are possibly getting Scarecrow the Reaping back as a maze. Sure, it's only been that's not it's been like only I don't know how long honestly. It's only been a couple of years actually. I feel didn't it only returned back in like 2022? I want to say yeah, 2022. That was like a year after like 2021, the first year after COVID they came back. So it was like 2 years after COVID. 2022, so it's gonna be the first time it's back in 3 years. So yeah, Scarecrow, really confident that is going to be coming back, which is actually cool because they could expand upon it because it was such a good maze. It was last it was held, it was in the Curious Shores parking lot. It was such a good maze. I went through that. Holy crap. That was a really, really good maze. It was so good that I wanted to go through it again, but I couldn't. It was so good. So I'm happy, if anything, that it's making a return. Very happy about that. Now, if there's not too much work been going on with the Mummy Maze, looks exactly the same as I was last time. So we'll have to wait and see for that update. So this is another update on this hillside project, in which I've explained in my other video as their expansion project. I'm leaning towards it at this point. I mean, look at it. Look, they're really actually, I feel like I talked about last video, they're putting metal in the ground to make sure that it seals the soil in order to make way for a walkway into a new area of the park. And as you can see, they're filling up the hole near the metal. So I feel like this further even backs up my claim what I put, saying that this is just way to keep the wall of soil this way for an expansion. The future of Universal is going to look really interesting considering their multi-decade plan. This is going to look incredible. So honestly, I can't wait, honestly. And you can see they're measuring too. The guy has a measuring tape right now. He's making sure it's deep enough too. That's insane. So this is going to be crazy. And I also do want to talk about FanFest nights, like I talked about in the beginning of my video. If you stayed for this information, good for you. I have some information. So I have information from a source, from a person that actually went to the event. I have some inside information. So there's certain things he went through, like, the Dungeons and Dragons and to the Back to the Future. So it's like the Dungeons and Dragons is like a 10 to 15 minute experience. And even videos are now popping up on, for instance, I think like TikTok and stuff. So I think it was on SoCal Pals or something. Go ahead, check them out. The video was so cool. It was amazing. I'm not going to show it here. You can go check it out for yourself. You don't want any spoilers if you're going to the event, but it was amazing. But what I do have information on is the Back to the Future portion. He said, and what I've heard is that it lasts for 40 minutes. You get on the tram, you go down there, it's an experience that lasts for 40 minutes. Or maybe until you come back up, but they got to keep cycling, so I expect, so they probably, if anything, 40 minutes. But 40 minutes is crazy, considering that the rest of them, like Star Trek, Dungeons and Dragons, Jujutsu Kaisen show, they only last maybe 10, 15 minutes. The Back to the Future is 40 minutes. That is crazy. And I've even seen the bits and pieces of the Back to the Future because, of course, videos have been popping up. Last night was the FanFest team member preview. It was incredible. Universal really did this event well for the fans of those franchises. So highly recommend you go to it if you want to. It's incredible. But yeah, that's what I wanted to touch upon.
So here we have an update on the T-pad location. When I got on the tram, I was able to get a look at it, and it looks really, really good. I mean, you can see, as I'm recording this right now, you can see how vertical they've gone with this tent, especially with the speculation that I've made considering the HHN Nightmares map of the Scarecrow. They have gone all out. It's a huge tent, huge facade, and it's just going really well, and I can't wait to actually see what's going to go here because I'm honestly convinced it's Scarecrow at this point.
So I just experienced the funniest crap I've ever been on when I've been on this Jurassic World ride. The funniest thing, I'll put it on screen right now. I was riding it, got up right to the top part, and then Dominus Rex just said, no, I'm not going to work anymore. I don't know if it happened to the last boat or anything, but it just stopped working in the funniest position ever, and that was hilarious. That was amazingly hilarious. It's just so funny to see something like this. See, like, technical difficulties and stuff, to me, is so fun. That's why my dream's always been, like, getting evacuated off of rides and stuff. The technology that's been put into the rides, how they technologically work is so cool. But on that note, that is going to close out the video. I do hope you enjoyed. I know, if anything, I think this is going to be one of my shorter videos, but because there wasn't too much to update for this week, I'll be back next week, or maybe, I'll be back next week to get more updates. But until then, go to FanFest nights. They're really good. It's really going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to go because I'm not into that stuff, but for those who are, it's really cool, and I'll see y'all in the next video. video. Peace out.